Hello everyone, it's Monika and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm coming to you with another magazine. This time it's a creative stamping magazine issue 114. It's a special edition because it comes with 2 sheets of stamps. It's a collaboration with Battersea Dogs and Cats Home. They're looking after abandoned cats, dogs. They will try to rehouse them if they can. And so I will show you the stamps. So there are 2 sheets of A4. So the first one, it's a 1 sheet of stamps with cats, sentiments. There are some stars, paw prints, there is this fish, there is this nice beautiful bobo, and I can already tell you that I'm going to use this cat in my inspiration, which will be at the end of this video. I'm using that bow as well and the snowflake. So these are the cats. And these are the dogs, cute, funky looking, cheerful dogs. Of course, not only dogs, we've got the paw prints, we've got beautiful sentiments, we've got some Christmassy elements, a stack of gifts as well, lots of sentiments, and another bobo. Those 2 bobos are really beautiful and you can use them with any projects you want. So these are the stamps included in the magazine. On the front page, you've got 3 inspirations with the stamps and 2 different ones. So let me show you a few pages. There is this little small article about the Battersea Home for Dogs and Cats and the website. You can check it out if you don't know them. And it says that those stamps were created based on actual animals, Fernando and Wilbur. There is this dog and the cat featured here. So those stamps are based on those 2 cuties. A little small story about the animals and the people who are looking after them. And there's this website, www.battersea.org.uk. You can visit and check what they do, donate if you want. So let me go through some of the pages. A full page, 2 pages of inspiration with that 3 stamp sets, and of course other different your letters. Maybe you can see your project over here. I don't know any of those people, but beautiful inspirations as well. So other pages with lots of beautiful inspirations, more inspirations with a free gift. And let me go to the back so I can show you what's in the next issue, which is 115. I already have that issue with beautiful stamps of gnomes and this 4-in-1 stencil. You can see there are some mountains, some stars, snowballs, and some inspiration using that free stamp and stencil gift. So this is the magazine. As I said, creative stamping magazine 114, and now I will share with you the project I've done using those stamp sets. So as you can see, I picked the cats and I already prepared few elements. So I created myself a circle card base and I used the nesting die with stitching. So I made this one. I also cut 1 circle with this from this printable paper. This one I've got only 1 piece, and I've got other papers from that set, which came from Simply Cards and Papercraft magazine issue 236. I'm going to link that video at the end of this one, and I will link the printable papers below the video. As you remember, I created this star-shaped tag with those printable papers. As you can see, I use exactly the same because I love this paper. So I'm going to link that one as well. And then I created another circle which I'm going to use for stamping. And then I think I picked this one. I'm going to stamp the cat. I can't take it off. So I'm going to stamp this one, and I think I'm going to pick some of the snowflakes. Yeah, let me see. I think I should use the snowflakes, and I'm going to hit it with I think gold. let's see, I think I should go for gold embossing powder. So let me stamp this randomly all over this circle, and then I'm going to use gold embossing powder. Hope I can see. So I'm just putting it all over my circle, and then I will decide which way I want it to adhere to my card. Let me just put it over this one. So I've got paperMona gold embossing powder. I just like to cover everything. And as always, I forgot to use anti-static bag, but I think I will use paintbrush. So I'm using my paintbrush to remove all that extra embossing powder, but I think it's okay because I will add another element on top of it, so it should be fine. So I stamped and heat embossed snowflakes, and as you can see I made a few mistakes here, but it's okay because I'm going to cover it with the cut over here. So I'm using my stamping platform to stamp that little cut. Let's see if that small piece of card will be enough. I think yes, perfect. So for this one I'm going to use VersaFine Clear in black and see if it will be enough. I love using a stamping platform because I think it's just perfect. You don't have to worry that you're not going to put enough ink or pressure. I think it's the best way, and just gives me that freedom to create without worrying that something might not work out the way I wanted. So these are the inks I used, so let me put this one away, and I think I'm going to stamp the bow as well, just in case if I want to use it, because I think it would be nice to have it on the top of my card. Let's see if I can use this one. Is it going to be big enough? Should be fine. Yes, it's just right. So I'm trying to use all my scraps of paper, and just to make sure that I'm not going to waste too much. So yeah, it's a bit dark, but I think that should be fine. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to cut those out. And what am I going to use to color it? I think I will go for my coloring pencils. So I've got my Alter New Woodless coloring pencils, and let me go with the red first. I love those pencils. They're so easy to use, and you can put more pressure if you want, or less, depending on how deep you want your color to be. And then to create some shading, I'm just putting a bit more pressure on one side to create the shadow effects. And what I will do, I will color most of this off camera, so I'm not going to take too much of your time, but these are really nice. I love the way they glide, and I think these are good for anyone, even for children. So let me just do one side. You can see that I am putting more pressure now. I'm not good at coloring, but I enjoy it, especially with those. So let me put a little bit more color over here. So you can see that one side is already done. I will add a little bit of color here, and then let me show you which color I'm going to use for the cats. I will try to use those two. This one is more greenish, got ink all over my hands. Okay, I will again use, I think only one. Let me try which one I prefer. So I'm going to just test the color on the side. Yeah, I like this one. And the darker, no, way too dark for me, for my liking at least. So what I'm going to do, I will add some color, and then I will just do most of it off camera, but still I will just, I don't know how you like to color, which medium you prefer to use. For a while I was using a lot of alcohol markers, but now since I got those, I like using those as well. I do enjoy, never had those. So I'm going to finish it off camera, and I will show you the finished effect of the coloring. So I finished coloring the cat and the bow. I added a little bit of pink on the tip of his nose, and I added blue in his eyes. So that's the cat and the bow ready. And whilst I was coloring, I really was thinking how to finish off my card, and I really wanted to, for my card to look like a bauble. So I used 2 cutting dies to create this, and it will make me like a little handle. So before I attach that those layers, I will add that little circle on the top. So let me do it. Just want it to be out a little bit, not too much. Hopefully that's in the center. Let me just open it to see. Yep. So if the recipient would like to hang it somewhere, it can be done as well. So now I can put the layer, first layer on the top flat, and then I will add the second layer, but I really want to raise it a little bit. So of course I have to be careful and put it straight. I really love this green paper. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of color on the back, because I've got those snowflakes and with heat embossing, so it doesn't matter really, but I need to put some paper underneath. So I'm going to add a little bit of that color, and this one is called Frosted Sea Glass. It's water reactive ink by Spectrum Noir, if you want to know. And of course I will link everything below the video, so you can check out every single product I used. A little bit of color. I'm going to put it on the side so you will still be able to see, hopefully. And let me put it aside. And now, because I've made that little mistake, I will try to put it in a way that my cat is going to cover it. So let me position it in a way that my snowflakes I will show only the beautiful snowflakes. Okay, I'm happy with that. And what I will do with the bow, I will add it on the top here. So I think that should be fine, and I think I might add the sentiment, but for now I'm going to keep it simple. So let me add the foam pads. I'm always adding a little bit of glue under my 3D foam pads, just in case, because glue will hold everything, but the 3D foam pads, I'm not sure about those, and I prefer to add just a little bit of glue just in case. So I'm adding foam pads. Hopefully it's not going to be way too long for you guys. You can always skip a little bit and see the end result if you want to. but it would make me really happy if you would watch the full video. I always keep thinking what else I could improve, not to have very long videos, so you can actually see only the most important bits. Again, I'm adding a little bit of glue. I have to remember which way I want to put that. I think it was this way. Anyway, it's going to be this way. So now it's time for my cut. Really pretty cut. And I actually might give this card to my boss. She has 2 cats and she loves cats. She actually got a brand new cat from a rescue center. So I'm going to maneuver that bow a little bit. Okay, so I think that should be fine. Let me just position it straight. Yes. So that's okay. It's in the center. And my first card with this kit is done. I will wait for the glue to dry, but I think it looks nice. I love the sparkle from that embossing powder. And those colors, they really go well together. I will think if I want to add the sentiment, but I think it looks nice, and I like that I actually thought about this little extra bit too, to hang it somewhere if someone wants to do it. So this is my finished project I made with 3 gifts, 3 stamps from this Creative Stamping Magazine issue 114. I hope you like this project. Please let me know what do you think about this card, what do you think about the stamps I showed you, and would you buy this magazine? What do you think about it? So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.